Good evening. Happy July 17th to you. Today is Wednesday. How are you? What's been going on? How was your day? I'm Kitryn Marie, reside in St. Louis, Missouri, an artist, writer, speaker, life and business coach. It has been the oddest last couple weeks that I could ever really explain to you. Beyond Murphy's Law. As a business coach, how are we marketing? How are we approaching any of our potential customers? I'm just mind-boggled at the lack of experience and people who do not understand who their target market is. I don't have all the answers. I don't want all the answers. But if you are in a particular industry, understand logistics, where you're located, who you're serving, how they can afford, what you're offering, and what is the benefit of them coming to you. We talk about that in my business coaching class. I'm mind-boggled at the people that they put in charge to market things that have their hands tied because of bigger corporations who do not understand the community in which they are trying to serve. That's one thing. The other thing, what are you angry about this week? Let's talk about some life coaching. What are you angry about? What has not personally served you this week, and how are you angry about it? Usually this week I'm on vacation. Usually I'm out of the state. I am so over this city. I am so over this state. I am so over this house. You know, my goal has always been to teach art classes, to enrich people's life, to entertain them, to inspire them. Today is my birthday, 63 years old. You never go backwards, you go forward. You go forward in your growth. And the things that I have had to experience regarding the anger state that I'm in today, people only know you how they think they know you. And they underestimate the power in which you have and the power in which you can turn things not only upside down, like I always say, you know, fate turns on a dime, but people do not realize who is in their corner and how they can better lives for everyone around them. But unless you are willing to be vulnerable to understand what can be offered to help you get ahead, you know, whether it be an enrichment class like the ones that I teach, or just have a better understanding of where you are better served and who you are better served with. But anger. Let's talk about anger. Let's talk about where you are in your life. Let's talk about how angry you are, because you're a professional fumbler. Everything you do, everything you've touched, everything you've come in contact with, you were this close. But what is it about you that the bottom always drops out? I talk about that in my life coaching class and putting a vision board together. Too many people get too close to the real thing, and they find ways to sabotage it. They find ways to implode. They find ways to completely obliterate who they're supposed to be with, where they're supposed to be, how they're supposed to evolve, how they're supposed to grow, how they are supposed to elevate, because they are stuck in fear. Stuck in fear. So where's your anger this week? Is it with the people you work with? Is it the corporation that you're stuck in? Is it because you did not pay attention to your health and you did not take accountability? You were not proactive in how you thought life would be at this point in age in your life. Talk about that in my vision board class. Anger. Man, anger eats you up. It destroys it. It takes your joy. It keeps you locked in a place, and it takes more effort in being angry than it is to really change or to have effort to move in a different direction. Anger makes you sick. Anger makes you hold this resentment that you cannot get a handle on. Anger makes you selfish. Do you know the difference between selfishness, self-centeredness, selfless, self-served, self-directed? Do you know the differences? How does anger apply to any of those? My grandma was selfless. My grandma did everything in her power to just give whatever she had to whomever, and it did not matter, not necessarily about the consequence in which she lived, but she loved and gave so much. Never once complained, never. What is selfishness? Selfishness is, this is mine, you can't have it, you can't take it, belongs to me. But what is self-directed? Self-directed says, hey, I'm going to help you, I am going to do this, but if it does not serve me in some way, then I'm going to completely ignore what your need is, and I'm going to continue on the things that are personally serving me. Self-centeredness. Self-centeredness says, I come first. I matter. You do not. Self-centeredness pretty much is associated with narcissism. Narcissism is something I studied for 2 years when I was studying how to be a life coach to help with my art classes. What did I miss? Self-centered, self-directed, selfless, selfishness. And let's talk about selfishness to preserve what you have. I will help you. I can give you what I can, but I will not set myself on fire to keep you warm, because you will not participate in your own ability to rescue the life that you are living. So which one are you? Where do you fall in any of that? And how does that apply to the anger that you were feeling this week? You know, I look at my life every day. I look at the last 13 years. I think about how far I've come, and I think about how I've grown and evolved, and how I have learned, and how I've studied, and how I'm trying to help other people to get to this beautiful place that's on the other side of what they've ever known. But people who are self-centered, people who are living in self-direct, they don't see that other side. They're too busy pointing fingers and judging and telling other people that that's not real, you can't feel like that, you can't do that, you can't think that, because it does not align with the direction in which they are living their life. But I am Kitryn Marie. I do reside in St. Louis, Missouri. I'm an artist, a writer, a speaker, a life and a business coach. It has been a hell of a day. It has been a hell of a few weeks. If you'd like to be interested in taking any of my classes, reach out, Kitryn_Marie@yahoo.com. For today, for tomorrow, be happy, be blessed. Fate turns on a dime. You decide what side of that coin you want to be on. Enjoy life.